And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition product.
Kyle Brust and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? Take the nearest exit to Wilde Automotive for 2025 model year clearance pricing. Save over $14,000 or get 0% financing. All makes, all models. Over 700 2025s in stock with model year clearance pricing. And with the Wilde low price guarantee, we'll beat your best price on a new vehicle by $500 or we'll give you $500 cash. Only at the Wilde model year clearance sales event. When they're gone, they're gone. Select model, we've got the CD over details. Expires month end.
Milwaukee. It's your boy Bert Kreischer, the Machine.
Woo! I'm back, baby.
And I'm bringing the Permission to Party World Tour to the Fiserv Forum September 19th.
Don't let them forget who you are and what you do.
Get tickets at BertBertBert.com. I'll see you there.
Hey, this is Gabe Nitel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Great day to be alive on this game day. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. We are in the shadow of Lambeau Field at the Tundra Trio House. Is going to have a big crowd today as everyone's getting geared up for the Thursday night football game. I'm alongside Packer backer Kyle Wallace. And Strofe has a field trip as he is hosting Green Bay Game Day with you across these very stations from 4 to 7. What's going on, boys?
Everything's bad.
I disagree. I guess
you watch is broken.
I guess I did not even remember that my eye is messed up too. I forgot. I got scratched in the eye, and you can vividly see on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison that my eye got scratched at basketball yesterday. Strofe was playing quarterback before the show, and I jumped a route because I didn't think Strofe would be able to know what a pump fake was based off his athletic ability.
I pump faked a few times.
He over pump faked. I was like, eventually he's got to throw it, but he didn't. Kyle goes deep in the backyard, hits him in the right hand, stumbles, tries to catch it, stumbles some more, trips over a stump of a tree that got cut off, and then went boom right into the trailer.
Yeah.
You need to go to @BenBrust on Twitter, @KBN on Twitter. Will, if you can, I know you might be busy back there. It's on YouTube right now to watch Kyle. And the reason why you need to go to the Twitter is to hear the sound that Kyle makes as he crashes into our trailer. Will, if you can pull the video from Twitter, just so people can hear it, the audio, even without seeing it, will tell the story. Here we go. Oh! That's the sound of Kyle Wallace going headfirst into a trailer.
You know, fellas, what I learned today was, I'm old. 35 is 35. You can't just pick up and get up there and think you can move around and run. it took me, Strofe, what, 35 minutes just to recover?
I don't know
I'm surprised you're
he thought
on the air.
He thought I was having an asthma attack.
I sent somebody in with an inhaler at one point.
He just coughed right now away from the mic. He's not doing well.
I was on my hands and knees after 3 minutes. And so when that happened, I ran around playing defense on Ben Brust, and we were going. He scored his little touchdown. I defended the first time. Second time, he scored a little touchdown.
Another dot by me, by the way, on that Ben Brust touchdown.
I didn't want to push him into the damn thing. And then so I'm doing a little route. Ben Brust is, let me tell you, Ben Brust is that kid that is like the Energizer Bunny.
Oh, he doesn't
all
stop.
you want to do is run.
Oh, he doesn't turn it off. Here's the issue with him, man.
Nobody trying to run like that.
You and I are just like back here. We're like, all right, we'll throw the pigskin around a little bit. And Ben's like, oh, competition? Let's go. Let's go.
I jammed him at the line. I think I might have broke his watch.
Yeah, he jams me at the line. As if we both ain't gonna slip and slide and fall everywhere on the grass. And
low man wins.
And so we get it, and I run. I do the little, I fake it or whatever. Ben bites because he thinks Strofe is going to try to throw it deep. And Strofe throws it up there, and as I see it up there, I'm saying, ooh, that's a little out of that's a little bit too far. But I said, wait a minute. I'm going to try to turn on the Jets.
Yep.
And so what you can see, I
You don't have Jets.
I thought I had. I never had Jets, but I had a next gear. And I tried to push it into the next gear, so I picked it up. I reached my right hand out thinking I'm Odell Beckham Jr., and it touched my hand. I'm like, oh, maybe I could try to tap behind my damn back or wherever the ball goes. And then I realized, okay, I got to stop. And so typically, because I don't do a lot of athletic stuff anymore. The last time Kyle Wallace did something athletic, he'll just take a couple steps and you decelerate and
stop. Turn on the brakes, right?
And so as I was taking a couple steps trying to decelerate, I felt my knees and legs giving out. And so you see in the video, I start going down, and next I said, uh-oh, I got to protect myself. So I fell and I hit the thing, but I learned a lesson today.
You're being compared to Luke Musgrave, who was not able to stay on his feet his first couple of years as a Green Bay Packer.
My legs are still heavy right now.
Eddie chimes in with a bad throw from Alex Strofe.
Well, that's a bad take.
No, I
also want to bring some more context. We did discover Kyle's nickname in high school because when he does things on the football field back in the day as a cornerback, they used to call him Sloppy.
I got the job
That was
done,
as sloppy as a catch and fall as I've seen since Alex Strofe did something athletically.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, what it used to be is like he do it unorthodox, but he gets the job done. And today I didn't get the job done. I couldn't reel it in. I could not reel it in. Yeah. Luckily, I don't feel any pain from any of that. Literally, my legs are just like jello.
Well, we have other pain going on here in the booth. So, Kyle, your watch is broken.
Oh, my Versace watch.
What's wrong with it?
It doesn't click in.
Yeah,
it's missing a piece.
When I braced myself, when I hit the dang thing, I think that's when it broke.
Well, I'm glad it's not like the face of the watch. That's good. My belt broke at some point. I don't know when that happened. So it's
you were just playing quarterback. How do you break your
that's what I'm saying.
standing
Well,
there?
actually, I'll tell you how it happened. I was in the restroom before the show. I was putting the belt back on, and pop!
Are you getting too strong, huh?
I think so. All those push-ups. Yeah.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. Z and the D chimes in. That guy played at UW Whitewater.
Well, played. We're using
played it.
Watched on the sideline is more like it.
I was a practice player. Scout team.
Please go find the video. It is game day here as we are at Lambeau Field. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. A little state of the union here, guys. We got to be better, like all of us across the board. I've gotten stitches twice playing men's league basketball. If you look at the camera, my eye got scratched yesterday, and my fiance can't even look at me.
What happened this time?
I just drove the lane and somebody swiped their nail, got my face.
We don't have regulation nails in this men's league.
I guess we need to do that, but again, there's nothing I could do. It doesn't bother me. It's just now everyone that comes up to you, what happened?
I mean, you look like you got a
Freddy
full-on
Krueger.
Yeah, you look like you got in a fight with a cat.
Yeah, somebody got you.
Somebody did get me.
Somebody.
Did I call her my fiance? I meant my wife. My wife can't even look at me because she just sees the scratch on my face.
Well, she should be She knows what she married.
Yeah,
so
she knows
should be
what she got
thankful that
into.
you were able to make it to the wedding and not have anything like this.
Yes, that was the first thing I thought. We made it to the wedding without any injuries.
You did play basketball the week of your wedding or the week before?
The week before. This probably would have recovered by then. There's something called makeup that we could have used if necessary.
Oh wow! I mean that's going to be there for a little bit.
I don't think so.
I hope you make sure that man's nails ain't dirty. You know there's a lot of fecal matter in nails.
It's true.
I showered. I've cleansed it. I think we're good to go.
Right.
Why is that where your head went?
You know it always goes to either him being frugal and saving money or something to do with germs.
I just want to make sure my boy ain't going to get some type of virus.
He'll be fine. All right, go ahead. Sorry. Continue the show.
That's what I would like to do, because this is a huge opportunity. The more I've gotten it past the Detroit game in terms of the statement that they made on Sunday at 325 in front of a huge audience nationally, them being talked about all over about this defense and what Micah Parsons means and what he was able to do in 29 snaps. This is unbelievable that the Packers have an opportunity in the first 2 weeks to right the wrongs of the past 2 years, not from the playoff standpoint, but just from an overall building confidence into working towards winning the division. And the goal should be the number 1 seed in the NFC. It should be. The goal is obviously division. You need to win that back. But the opportunity to face the Lions and the Commanders in back-to-back weeks, I think it's amazing for the timing of getting Micah Parsons and what we all believe this team can be. Now, they have to prove it tonight on a short week against a quality football team. You may think the Packers should win. You may think they'll dominate. I believe that they should win as well, based off the roster and based off of the continuity that they have from a player perspective, the talent that they brought in, what it opens up from the defense. But I just think this is a great opportunity on a national stage again, right? 325 isn't prime time, but there's not as many games, and the Packers are going to draw a big crowd on a Sunday 325 game on the TV for everyone to see. Now you're Thursday Night Football, and it doesn't matter if it's on a streaming service or whatever. People consume the NFL at such a high rate that in the first 2 weeks you're playing both NFC teams that have made it further than you in the playoffs the last 2 years. A chance to make a statement 2 weeks in a row, and on a short week, I think that favors the Packers staying right here at Lambeau Field.
See, that's why I was excited for the start of this season, is put up or shut up time for the Green Bay Packers just to start the season. This was an excellent opportunity to set the tone for what team you were going to be. The Green Bay Packers' first test, there's many tests of the year, but the first test was going against the defending NFC North champions and the team that had the best record in the NFC last year, and that is the Detroit Lions, and you beat the Detroit Lions. Now this next test is on a short week. Can you defeat a Washington Commanders team that is a lot of people's darlings from last year, have a lot of hype coming into this season, that's maybe a team that could potentially get over the hump to compete in the NFC? There is no better way to start the season for the Green Bay Packers, especially when you have something to prove. 2 years ago, I would be weary of a start like this simply because the Green Bay Packers were young, up and coming. Last year, I would have said, okay, well, let's see. We coming right out the gate. But this year, in year 3, under Jordan Love, in year 3 where this team feels like they actually have an opportunity to grow, this is the exact type of start of the season that I want, because now you get to see how do you match up against the best of the best in the NFC. Don't let the game on Sunday make you believe that the Lions won't be around late. Don't let the game on Sunday make you think the Lions are going to have an anemic offense. The Green Bay Packers dominated the Lions and made them look that way. Now they need to have a repeat performance today to set the tone that they are the top dog in the NFC. This is a statement game in week 2 for the Packers.
You'll be leading us into the game on Green Bay Game Day across ESPN Wisconsin. I believe 620 WTMJ as well.
They're beginning at 6 o'clock on that.
So as you think about this game, what's the first thing you want to present to the audience is what your main focus is for this game?
Yeah, I know you're asking me for one, but I'm going to give you two. Number one, it's can the defense repeat what they did on Sunday? Because what they did against the Detroit Lions is unlike anything Matt LaFleur said he's seen now in his 7th year as the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. He said that's the most urgency he's ever seen from his defense in 7 years as the head coach here. So that's number one. Can the defense repeat what they did against a more dynamic offense, frankly, because Jaden Daniels is a mobile quarterback? Number two, and I know we'll talk about this a bit later, is this quarterback matchup. I think there's a lot of commentary all off season long. Well, who's the best quarterback in the NFC? Is it Jalen Hurts? Is it Jaden Daniels? Is it Jordan Love? Is it Matthew Stafford? Is it Jared Goff? I think these are the two young guns, along with Jalen Hurts, who are going to be playing in the NFC for the next decade plus and could very well be the faces of the NFC quarterback battle, right? The AFC has the Patrick Mahomeses and the Josh Allens and the Lamar Jacksons and the Joe Burrows. We know who the faces of the AFC are. The NFC, it's kind of anybody's guess. Jalen Hurts obviously coming off the Super Bowl.
It's Jalen Hurts right now.
I agree with you. But then you've got the Jaden Daniels and the Jordan Loves, and you're kind of I don't know who else it is.
So the Baker Mayfields. There's a whole bunch of guys that have
These are two guys that are going to be in the
have an
conversation.
opportunity to be like, hey, we're coming and we're here for the long haul.
So who outperforms who on a national stage, as you alluded to a bit earlier, here on Thursday Night Football? Those are the two things I'm most interested in tonight between the Packers and the Commanders, which is just, and you mentioned it, last week was a heavyweight bout. This, too, is a heavyweight bout.
Yeah, see, that's interesting. See, when I look at this game, I'm most interested not only just the defense, but I want to see Josh Jacobs have a day. Like, I want to see Josh Jacobs be able to run the football a lot because I feel like this defense of the Commanders is susceptible. And when he runs, he sets the tone. When he runs, he points at people and tells them, come. He doesn't run out of bounds. He says, you, come here. I want the Green Bay Packers. Last week you saw the defense lay the hammer. Last week you saw the offense come out fast. Now this week I want to see one of them games where Josh Jacobs is rumbling and stumbling into the end zone and making it a statement of saying, we can beat you through the air. We can beat you on the ground. We can beat you any which way. And that's what I want to see tonight.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless talking text line. Less is more. What I want to do is, I know confidence is high, so I want to stay there, but I also want to know if you're looking at one thing that you're concerned about in this game, what is it? So the one thing you're most confident in, the one thing you're worried about heading into Thursday night's matchup with the Washington Commanders. 800-990-3776. We'll take your answers there on the Carbless talking text line. We'll take them on YouTube at ESP Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, and we'll give you ours on the other side, live in the shadow of Lambeau Field. It's Kyle Brust Nortman till 4 o'clock leading into Green Bay game day across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I've seen some of those jersey checks.
You were a punter.
No, I haven't. I've seen them.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
If you're a 3-time All-Pro and a 4-time Pro Bowler in your 5th NFL season,
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you just were acquired and Goody got you and he thinks your best football's ahead of you with that kind of football behind you? Holy smokes, man.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Citizens Bank, we believe banking is more than transactions. It's about being recognized and remembered. It's feeling like you're understood and supported along the way. It's the small stuff that says, we know you. Because when your bank gets you, banking just feels better. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/belong. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' tastes. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivatebar.com to book today.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde. Our family loves when Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles arrives at our home. And now football season has arrived, so try the green and gold Kringle. Traditional pecan Kringle and cheesecake Kringle topped with green and gold sprinkles. A crowd pleaser at any game day party. Order today at Kringle.com or 1-800-4DANISH. Easy to remember. Kringle.com or 1-800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles. Not just a treat, it's a tradition. And the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. September is here and the kids are back in school. Vacations are winding down. And for a lot of us, that means one thing. Time to refocus on the house. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no limit. And to make it even easier, you'll get 0% financing for 3 years. So no interest and no pressure. Don't wait for the first freeze to realize your windows aren't cutting it. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to book your free estimate today. You'll be ahead of the game. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Summertime is the time for all the big events. Weddings, milestone birthdays, even corporate events. Elevate every event with Noble Catering, a premier craft caterer in southeastern Wisconsin, preferred by over 30 venues. Noble Catering is also the exclusive caterer of Villa Terrace, an east side event treasure. And coming in 2026, Noble's new headquarters, a 400-person event venue in the heart of Bayview called Brixton's Turn. Book them for your event at noblecateringco.com.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf & Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run September 15th through the end of the 2025 season, with tee times starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package requests early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Maybe we're just trying too hard when really it's closer than it is too far.
Live from the Tundra Trio Houses at the shadow of Lambeau Field. We're looking at it. It is beautiful, and it's going to be a great night for football. I mean, the football weather, the wind, the clouds. I love it all.
No. The clouds this ain't it.
What do you want, sunshine?
No, it's early September. I want the sun to come out, right? And then all of a sudden that
football,
sun.
Man.
No, this is that October, November weather. It's September, baby. I want the sun to be shining just a little bit. A nice night, maybe 65 degrees at night. I want it to be a little bit of warm, man.
Well,
I don't like this cloudy days, man. Sunshine is a good time.
Okay. What you're doing right, it's Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace with Alex Strofe here. Will Summers running the show. You're talking about Kyle Wallace. If you ask the 53 members of each squad, I guarantee they would like the temperatures they're playing in over anything hotter than it's going to be tonight.
Oh, no, I mean, I'm not saying to be 90 now. I'm just saying, a little sunshine,
We're going to get some sunshine, and obviously it's going to go away because this game doesn't kick off till 7:15 p.m. and sunset is set for before 7 p.m.
No clouds, baby. No clouds.
Sunset before 7?
Yeah, that started like 2 weeks ago.
No, it didn't.
No way.
Is it 8 o'clock?
I think it's like 8 o'clock.
I was just driving yesterday. Trust me. I know.
I just saw an article within the last 2 weeks.
I was driving last night, too.
The last sunset, it must have been 8 p.m.
I did think to myself.
Misinformation.
I did.
You know me.
I did think to myself, damn, it's already going down quicker than I want
right?
to. But we're asking you the one thing you're most confident in and the one thing you're most worried about for tonight's game at 800-990-3776. Kevin in Sheboygan chimes in that he literally just keeps rewinding to watch Kyle Wallace fall into the trailer while we were playing some backyard pigskin. Chef Ed chimes in that he's concerned with keeping Daniels from having a Kaepernick-type game. You're cooking with Chef Ed.
Oh, come on.
See, I'm not worried about a Kaepernick-type game, but I do want to get to ours, and then we'll get to more from KBN Nation.
Can I just say that's trauma?
That's trauma. I know.
Chef Ed,
but that's Packers fan stuff,
dude. That's multiple defensive coordinators ago.
Yeah, but
multiple.
Also, we could talk about all the trauma of NFC Championship games, and people will immediately be able to put themselves where they were when it happened.
Hey, Chef Ed, say it with me. Micah. We didn't have Micah. We had Wilde and freaking Frank Zombo, whoever extra.
I did not anticipate an Eric Walden drop today. That's well done by you.
But that's who was trying to chase him down, not Micah.
Well, the one thing I'm most confident in is this is the low-hanging fruit, but I'll tell you why it's easy. It's the defensive line again. Because when I looked back at the Commanders-Giants game, yes, the Commanders won that game 21-6 against the Giants. Jaden Daniels got sacked 3 times against the Giants. Mm-hmm. Do the Giants, yes, they have Abdul Carter, who they drafted, but they don't have a 4-time Pro Bowler and a 3-time All-Pro, and guys that you saw benefit on the front line of the defensive line of the Green Bay Packers with Micah Parsons out there. Even when he wasn't out there, there was a level of confidence in this defensive line that we had not seen before. So the one thing I'm most confident in is getting to Jaden Daniels. He's going to have his place. He's going to have his moments, but I think what I'm also excited for is, now that I think about it, I don't think the Green Bay Packers gave up a touchdown in the red zone. If I remember, that pass was outside the red zone.
It was close.
I think they were 1 for 4 for touchdowns in the red zone.
You get my overall
regardless,
point. And that was at the end of the game.
It garbage
didn't matter.
Didn't really even count.
What does this defense look like when it's an even tighter field, right? We there's going to be more opportunity likely than what the Detroit Lions had just naturally because they didn't really have much, and when they did, they had these long drives where they settled for field goals. So I'm confident in their ability to get to Jaden Daniels enough where it changes his game overall. My worry is Banks and Tom. Banks and Tom aren't going to play.
You and I are on the same page, buddy.
And it's one thing heading into the season to feel great about the offensive line, but we were talking about, all right, is Jordan Morgan going to win out the left tackle position? Are they going to be rotating guards again? Elton Jenkins first year at center. Continuity is something that you love at the offensive line. You don't want to see it go away on a short week.
Yeah, 16 of the 17 regular season games last year, the Packers had the same 5 starters. And that's something that is so rare in the National Football League. We're 2 games in, and more than likely you will have at least one different starter, if not 2, in this week's game. Zach Tom and Aaron Banks both questionable for this one.
But they're not out yet. We don't know yet.
We won't know until 5:45 tonight when Matt LaFleur said that he's going to get them up to
I'm sitting here looking like, wait, when did this happen?
It didn't happen. It's trending that way for both.
Yeah, it's a short week.
It is a short
You don't know how well you feel about him on a Sunday, let alone a Thursday. So we'll see on that front. But, Benny, I wrote the same 2 things. For the thing I'm confident in, it's containing Jaden Daniels. I believe he's going to get his because he's that good of a quarterback, and I do believe in Jaden Daniels. That guy's played a lot of football. I know he hasn't played a ton in the NFL. I think this is game 20 or 21 for him, but he's played a ton of football, started over 50 games in college. He's a really good, elusive quarterback, and I think he's going to obviously have an impact on the game. But to Chef Ed's text from earlier, I don't think we're getting Kaepernickian out here, right? I don't think he's going to trot around for 200 yards unscathed, because when you have so much speed on the Packers defense, specifically in the front 7, with your Edgerrin Cooper, with your Quay Walker, with your Rashawn Gary, with, of course, your Micah Parsons, I just have a hard time believing he's going to be a game wrecker, though he will get his. So my confidence is in containing Jaden Daniels, and obviously my worry, as I mentioned, is just the offensive line, as likely you will have 2 of your starters not playing tonight.
800-990-3776, the Carbless talking text line. Your one thing you're most confident in, the one thing you're most worried in.
Yeah, for me, when I look at the Green Bay Packers,
sorry.
For me, the thing I'm most confident in for this Green Bay Packers going into tonight, it's the offense, and that's Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur has done a phenomenal job against Dan Quinn whenever he plays against a Dan Quinn-led defense, and we know how good of a defensive mind that he is. But Matt LaFleur, just looking at an article I read from Packers Wire, is that Green Bay has scored 30, 31, and 48 points in 3 games against a Dan Quinn-led defense. So that leads me to believe that he knows how to crack the code of a Dan Quinn-led defense, a defense that struggled against the run last year. That's why I'm so optimistic for what Josh Jacobs can do. Now, this is a tough one. What am I worried about? Y'all know how confident I am today that I don't have too many worries, but my biggest worry is this. This is my biggest worry, and I don't think it's going to come true. We talk about Jaden Daniels, and I feel like the Green Bay Packers will contain him. But my biggest concern is when we get to 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, and Jaden Daniels is able to make something happen and move the chains with his legs on those crucial 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 5.
The backbreakers.
That is the thing that I am most concerned about, because when I look at this defense last year, quarterbacks didn't run wild at them, but quarterbacks did have an opportunity to move the chains utilizing their legs. And so that is the biggest thing. I don't think he's going to run for 150 yards and torch us on the ground. But when things, he breaks down out the pocket, he gets outside, he's maybe able to move those chains. That is my biggest concern overall. But again, I think the Green Bay Packers are going to score a lot of points. I think they're going to be able to contain that offense of the Washington Commanders. But my one concern is, like Stroh said, the elusiveness, but more importantly, that 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, picking up that first down.
It's a good point.
On the Carbless talking text line, Ernie Nabard chimes in with something that is absolutely true. Kennard did a wonderful job replacing Zach Tom at right tackle last week. That is a positive for this team. Doing it over the whole course of the game. And again, credit to Goody of continuing to go after depth and opportunity. They did it last year with, I believe it was the Titans guy. I'm blanking on his name. It didn't work out. He was an all-pro.
Oh, yeah, I know
what I'm talking. It didn't work out, but again, they added depth and a guy who's won 2 championships in his career.
Oh, Andre Dillard?
Dillard.
Yes.
That one didn't work out, but Kennard was plug and play at the right tackle position last week. Jamie/Jaime in Orlando. I'm worried about Love getting careless and turning the ball over. I'm most confident in that defense making stops on Daniels.
I just don't get the Love commentary. Look, he had 2 throws back-to-back last week that he wanted back, and ultimately got one of them back, blown away on a penalty. That was that pick 6 that got called back. But all in all, I just love the dude's poise. I think that's something we've all complimented him on since he took over for Aaron Rodgers as the starter of this team. I'm really not worried about Love. The thing I would be worried about is that was a guy who was untouched last week. He didn't get sacked a single time. The offensive line, despite the injuries, held up for the most part. He wasn't sacked at all. This is a really good Washington front seven.
They're
old,
but
they're good.
It's not better than what they faced last week. That is the reason why.
It's a coin toss.
This is a coin toss. My behind that front seven that we played last.
Aiden Hutchinson was nowhere near like the football. Like did anyone know he was on the field?
They don't have an Aiden Hutchinson across them. Deron Payne, I understand on the inside is a good guy. Like I get it that they're straight, but again, last year you're talking about one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. Now last year. This is a new season. They did fine last week against the Giants, but we are the real first test that the Commanders will
agree
have.
with this.
The
I agree.
Green Bay Packers have so many more positives than negatives going into this football game. The Commanders are an underdog for a reason, simply because the Packers are at home. The Packers look better in week 1, and overall, I mean, to me, the Packers are just a better football team. That's what it comes down to today. Not trying to write off the Commanders. I think they'll be.
No, you have. You've done it all week.
Okay, you're right. I am writing off the
You
Commanders
are.
for today.
Like, just say
for
what
today.
just say
not
the
for
truth.
not for the season. I'm trying to write them off for today, but not for the season. But tonight, I just feel like all signs and momentum are pushing towards the Green Bay Packers. Trust me, those guys in the locker room are still feeling good about themselves, still got a swagger about themselves, and I promise you, when they run on that field, whoever it is, the offense or defense first drive, they're going to feel good because they believe that they can get out there and they can execute what they need.
Matthew on YouTube chimes in. The big thing is making sure we have our eyes on Daniels, which we've hit on, and Debo. They have some weapons. The rookie running back looks decent. Keep contained, and we are going to be fine.
Debo is somebody that always scares me.
Well, he did run for a 3rd and 7. That was
was that 3 years ago?
Yeah, it was forever. It was 2001.
And it 21.
Yeah, 2021. Sorry. No, was it? Yeah, it was 2021.
21, 22. It definitely went 01. I can tell you that. Definitely went 01. Debo was probably he was a young buck at that time. Little Debo. But no, Debo Samuel definitely has he scarred us. Just like people still talk about Colin Kaepernick from
But he's older. He did have an end around last week where he scored on. But he's someone that you look for. Again, a lot of it is containment. Their big play guy down the field is Terry McLaurin.
Yep.
And I guess something we haven't touched on is that cornerback matchup with a big play receiver down the field. Jamison Williams was contained. Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of your better route runners, intermediate guys.
He got a little bit
McLaurin's got the speed, the size to make those big catches with Jaden Daniels. I'm just saying it's something to watch because there really wasn't a pass play on Sunday where it was down the field.
Why was that?
Because of the pressure. But you have to it's a new game.
Got to repeat.
You got to repeat the performance before we can just say,
But
hey.
I mean, the thing you can take solace in is you look at every statistic when Micah Parsons was on the field versus Jared Goff versus when he wasn't. He had like a second and a half less than he did when Parsons was off the field to throw the football. So if Daniels is under attack that quickly, under 3 seconds every snap, I'm not really worried about the deep ball because they're going to be getting after him. So you're right. It's a new game. Obviously, they have to repeat or try to, in some capacity, duplicate the performance from Sunday. But McLaurin, I think St. Brown's better than McLaurin.
I agree,
they're different receivers.
They're different receivers, is what I'm saying, and what they provide to each of their respective teams.
I mean, in yesterday, I believe Chef Ed or somebody shared the stat as well. 4.5 sacks.
Yes, Micah Parsons. A lot of people have shared that Micah had 4.5 sacks as a Cowboy against the Commanders last year.
You think Jaden Daniels ain't thinking? If you think a veteran quarterback in Jared Goff was in his head because he saw number one Micah Parsons.
It's a little bit different. He's in his head because he needs to be in the pocket to do things. Jaden can do things in and outside the pocket.
It's
a different challenge.
If you think
These
for a
teams
second
are different challenges,
I
Kyle.
understand that, but if you think for a second human nature ain't going to kick in where Jaden Daniels is going to sit there and say, okay, I got to know where that number one is. Jaden Daniels is still a young quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, of course he's going to want to know where number one is. We just talked about it. He got hit 4.5 times by the line of scrimmage with the ball last year.
He is going to be in his head. Pre-snap, he is going to be thinking about where's number one at. There's number one at. Every single time he looks for him on the field.
We got a Thursday night football game here at Lambeau Field where we are, and there's stuff going on always in Wisconsin, especially at Road America this weekend, the 12th through the 14th. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com for the Aaron's Art of Wheels Vintage Weekend. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. There's going to be a fireworks show. There's going to be a polka dance. There's going to be, I'm missing one, the Ferris wheel that I know Kyle wouldn't want to go on because he's scared of his heights. You can drive your car on the track if you have a sports car, a sedan. So just go to roadamerica.com to get your tickets and see what's going on this weekend. Jason Wilde talked about what he's most intrigued about in this game. And I think we got to continue to talk about it because these two have an opportunity to be the face of the NFL and the NFC moving forward. That is Jordan Love and Jane Daniels. We'll get to that over-under. Dan Orlovsky on Micah Parsons. Jason will join us on Kyle Brust and Nortman. Green Bay props and preview. We got a whole lot more to get to. Getting you ready for Green Bay game day with Alex Strofe. It's Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a seam head now. You can call me whatever you want.
Oh, seam head. I don't even know what that is.
That means I'm a baseball dork. All I do is sit and watch MLB Big Inning at night.
Seam head.
I've never heard that before.
That's because you're not a seam head.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Come catch the final battle of the regular season when the Brewers host the Reds Friday, September 26th through Sunday, September 28th. We're celebrating the best fans in the game on Saturday, the 27th at Fan Appreciation Night, presented by Toyota. Plus, if you're one of the first 30,000 fans through the gate, you'll take home a Brewers Tumbler giveaway too, presented by Quick Trip. Come close out the regular season with the crew. Get your seats today at brewers.com/tickets.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
They're your favorite words. It is game day for the 1-0 Green Bay Packers as they play host to the Washington Commanders. Also 1-0 on Thursday Night Football tonight at Lambeau Field. After a dominating defensive performance in Week 1 for the Packers, head coach Matt LaFleur knows there's a new challenge in Week 2, a mobile quarterback. Jaden Daniels ran for almost 900 yards in his rookie season. Here's how the head coach thinks they can slow him down.
You've got to be super disciplined in your approach because if you give him an edge or give him a gap up front, he can take off.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Do you want to bank without the fuss? For easy banking, rely on us. In person, online, or with the Tri-City app. Your banking can be done just like that. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
Milwaukee. It's your boy Bert Kreischer, the Machine.
Woo! I'm back, baby!
And I'm bringing the Permission to Party World Tour to the Fiserv Forum September 19th.
Don't let them forget who you are and what you do.
Get your tickets at BertBertBert.com. I'll see you there.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
This summer, your wishes take center stage at Wish Fest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all summer for over $1 million in prizes and earn entries into the Wish Fest prize drawings on Friday, September 26th. Your entries from July, August, and September all count. Plus, 5 lucky winners will have their ultimate wish granted. Wish big, win big. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025. You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Live in the shadow of Lambeau Field, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman in the Pella remote studio. I love Gina Dello from Pella. I think she might be in attendance today. That would be great. I got my Pella windows and doors socks on right now because they transformed my entire first floor. Moved into my first home, starter home, and the windows had not been replaced in like 80 years. And Gina's team came out. They showed me how I'd be saving on energy costs, how they'd be upgrading the home from a long-term investment standpoint of the value of the home, and they made my windows absolutely amazing with those hidden screens. The exterior, the interior of the windows, they shine, and everyone comments when they come into the home how much better it looks, and knowing the benefits that I have from it, you should do it too. 0% interest for up to 5 years, 60 months of 0% interest with Gina Della from Pella's wonderful team. Go to PellaWI.com. That is PellaWI.com. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe, all here together. Will Summers running the show back at the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all studios. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. You can get us on YouTube as well at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Ricardo from Canada chimes in.
Oh, Canada.
He's most confident in the fact that we have two lightning-fast, fierce linebackers who can keep Daniels contained. What he's worried about is another injury along the O-line and having to dig deeper into the depth chart and a weird drop in. Also, don't forget, we got the best punter and kicker in the game.
Man, listen, the way he was punting last week, he was dropping bombs.
He was booming.
Fresh off that extension, yeah,
he
no
was
doubt.
booming, yeah. The special teams were good. The penalties were down.
They'll be without Bo Melton tonight. Just throwing that out there. Bo Melton is out tonight.
Hurt his shoulder. That's our leader on special teams.
And they lose their gunner.
And they're fourth or fifth corner.
Well, hopefully we don't have to get. We all know that digging deep into the cornerback room is.
Nate Hobbs might play tonight. We'll find out.
That would be great. It would be sucky if Banks and Hobbs didn't play.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's better now than later.
Yes, correct.
But and luckily they don't seem super long term.
And you get a mini bye here.
That is true. An early mini bye. I hate the bye week for the Packers being as early.
Because you were right. But Aaron Rodgers.
Good job.
Yes,
did you
I
wrong.
was right about Ireland, but Aaron Rodgers screwed that.
Now we have an early.
We
bye
have no
week
proof he was
Aaron
right.
Rodgers.
Yeah,
No, he
just
was
go
right.
with it,
He
Strofe.
was
It is the truth, and you just want to try and make me
he was
mad.
right. You know his sources were fantastic sources.
I love that we've been talking about this for 6 months.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
I can't wait for that Ireland game to be over.
Just
move
be
past
over
it.
and done with. Yeah.
Jason Wilde talked about this matchup of the Commanders and Packers, but when you think about what this matchup can do, it makes me think about all the great matchups that we've seen at Lambeau Field with Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers went against Tom Brady, right? Like those were like crazy greats, like top 10, obviously one of the greatest of all time, and a top 10 quarterback, top 5 quarterback of all time in Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
This is a different type of scenario where you have, obviously Jordan's been in the league longer, but this is his third year starting. This is Jaden Daniels' second year starting. And as Strofe mentioned at the top of the show here, Jalen Hurts has it right now. He won a Super Bowl. He's calm. He's poised. He takes the run when it's there. He throws his intermediate passes. They basically try and own the line of scrimmage. And it's Jalen Hurts' title as the best quarterback right now until someone takes it and really takes it. Because when you look at the other side of the coin, you have guys that really just take over games, like legitimately Josh Allen, despite the roster and like the receivers around him, which he doesn't really have that A-plus guy. He's Superman. Lamar Jackson has been unbelievable and evolved as a quarterback throughout his time. Patrick Mahomes speaks for himself. You got Herbert. Like, you could go down the list. After Hurts, it's kind of a free-for-all in terms of who that next face is, and I think Jordan Love has the potential. Jaden Daniels has the potential. So I think it's definitely worth not monitoring, but just seeing in this moment who outshines who. And the difference is, I think in order for the Commanders to win, it's obviously going to be on the back of Jaden Daniels. The difference for Love is he doesn't have to be a hero because of what Kyle had said, as well as the ability for Josh Jacobs to set a tone in this game and hopefully open things up for Jordan Love.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And that's why, for me, when I look at this football game, anything Jordan Love does, I'm always looking forward to, but I just don't feel like we need to put it on his shoulders today. Like, I understand that we can put it on his shoulders if we need to. I'm a firm believer in that, but today I really don't feel like it's going to be up to Jordan Love. And when you talk about who's going to be the next up and coming, I think we alluded to it earlier. This is a big game to see kind of who's in that front seat to say, hey, I'm knocking on the door to try to knock off Jalen Hurts as being the top dog in the NFC. But it is quite interesting that the NFC doesn't have that many great quarterbacks.
Where'd your belt go? Did you put it away?
It's right here. Why?
Well, because Tommy M chimes in. Y'all ready for some belt to ass
Come on,
today?
do it, Stroke. That's not how you do it, but
Well, my belt buckle's not here.
Give it to Kyle.
Yeah,
there you go. There you go.
that was good.
Belt to booty.
Do that to a child. I bet you they straighten up.
They got to
Okay, let's not.
I didn't say hit the kid. I just said make the noise.
Make the noise.
Oh,
Make the
okay.
noise.
Just make it
Scare
sure.
tactic.
Yeah.
Scare tactic.
Yeah, Adrian. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that sticks. Who?
That was a stick.
That
yeah.
was a stick.
That was
Well, allegedly. I don't know if he was ever charged.
It was actually called a switch.
Anyways,
Old
Strofe,
Southern
go
thing.
ahead. I just wanted to give Tommy a little belt to booty on stream.
I love that.
I didn't realize that I was getting the conversation thrown to me after Kyle said, hey, you should make belt sounds to your kids so you can straighten them up.
Yeah, he always picks weird times.
To
Like,
drop in things that are impossible to
I'm
respond to.
I'm just trying to help y'all with parenting. That's all.
you're not a parent.
But I've been around kids.
And they destroy your home and then you complain about them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He told me off the air. I'm going to say this on the air. Can I say it on the air?
Oh, go ahead. Go right ahead.
He said, somebody asked me to stay over this weekend, but I'm going to have to tell him no because I just got the house cleaned.
Yeah.
So he's not letting kids in his home because he got the house cleaned.
Bingo.
Wow.
Listen,
Right?
Yeah,
Am
but
I
listen to him about parenting.
just paid $300-something to get my house cleaned. I'd be danged if they come in and mess it up. That was the whole point. They should have told Ashley
You're a
earlier.
ridiculous human being, but you know what else is ridiculous? Is Jaden Daniels' running ability. 891 yards in his rookie season on the ground.
Unreal.
I mean, he was awesome last year for the Commanders, obviously, leading them to the NFC Championship game. But this is why you go out and get a guy like Micah Parsons. Right? This is absolutely why you go out and make a move like this, and that's why Brian Gutekunst traded for one of the premier pass rushers in the National Football League. So that's what makes this game even more exciting, right? I was talking to some people earlier today. I remember just like 3 weeks ago, the three of us and Brad as well, the four of us, were discussing the beginning of the season. Oh, it's the Lions on Sunday, then it's the Commanders on Thursday. You've got two heavy hitters in the NFC on your home field to kick off the season. Are you going to be 1-1 or are you going to be 0-2? Are you going to be 2-0? Probably not, but 1-1 would be great. The Packers have a really, really, really good chance to walk out of here 2-0 with 25% of their home schedule done and over with after a win tonight because they added Micah Parsons, who is certainly going to be a big piece in slowing down Jaden Daniels. So it is just, I am really excited to see this quarterback battle. I think Jordan Love will have the ability to throw the ball and maybe play hero a little bit more tonight than he did last week because that game was a blowout from the get-go. I think the Commanders are going to come in here and keep it a little bit more competitive. So we might see more out of Love today than we did 4 days ago.
What the Packers did was really make Detroit feel lifeless.
Oh, bingo. They couldn't do anything on offense.
They took
They
their
literally
will out of their chest.
And you could see it on the field. Like they were going through the motions during that game. And as I think about Jaden Daniels, if they can get to him early in that pocket and make him just like be one-dimensional, because if he is able to stay in the pocket, make those quick throws to his tight end, Zach Ertz, who he kind of likes down the middle. If he's able to get comfortable, then you're like, all right, now we got to change the way we're going to, get pressure on him and maybe send more people. But if they can do what they did, which was not have to send multiple guys outside of the four they were rushing and disrupt him, that is the opportunity when we talk about the speed from Quay Walker and Edgerrin Cooper to then do their jobs and make sure that he doesn't run wild. And then if he does get past that rush, he's running into two guys that are athletic, maybe not at the same time, but one of them is going to be there to hopefully make the play. And we're going to see, again, who's going to benefit most. We talked about it all week. Who do you think will benefit most on this defense from Micah Parsons' presence? It's going to be the whole defense. And,
it's everybody.
And the thing is, each matchup will present a new opportunity for different players to do so. If it's a pass-heavy team, a team in the pocket, if they're able to get pressure up the middle, then it's probably those safeties coming over the top and trying to make interceptions and make plays. With the running quarterback, if they're able to do their job, they can then, as they see him scramble, start to go out with them. So today, it's definitely worth watching those linebackers and what they're able to do with Jaden Daniels if that push is there for the defensive line.
Yeah, for me, when I just think about this, I'm trying to imagine back to last season and what I could compare this game to or how I feel about this game. And for some reason, what pops in my head, I think about the Cardinals game before we play Arizona, because before we played Arizona last year, we were so concerned about the athletic ability of who? Kyler Murray.
Ooh, that was Evan Williams who blew his ass up on the line.
And what can the Packers do with that?
Good memory.
They didn't get any sacks in that game, but what they did was they were able to slow down and contain Kyler Murray. Now, I think Jaden Daniels is
significantly better.
I do believe he is better than Kyler Murray, but Kyler Murray has that boom or bust type ability in him, just like Jaden Daniels definitely has that boom.
He can see over the line.
He can see. I've seen him in person. Let me tell you,
So
Kyler Murray is tiny. He's my height. He's my height.
It provides a challenge.
But so for me overall, when I think about that, I just feel so confident in the Packers' ability to slow down a quarterback at that level. If we're talking about Jaden Daniels year 5, that's completely different. We're talking about Jaden Daniels just in year 2. He's still going to run into issues, and he's still going to have obstacles and hurdles that he's going to have to come over. He's going to have growing pains, and I think that will be on display tonight.
Guys, I don't mean to be dramatic.
Oh, yeah, you do.
But I feel like this game on a Thursday night, lights up bright, everybody's watching. It's reminiscent of Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier.
Oh, what do you know
It's reminiscent of Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas.
That was the last thing.
It's reminiscent of George Foreman and Ron Lyle.
You're taking it
Those
too
are some
far.
significant.
What do you know about Ron Lyle?
These are the greatest heavyweight matchups of all time.
He had to.
TikTok
He had to.
algorithm
This kid
came into it.
This kid is not a boxing
These are the
fan.
greatest heavyweight fights of all
This is
time.
not, bro. Stop it. This is not a heavyweight fight.
This is a heavyweight fight.
No, this is week 2.
This could very well be the preview of the NFC Championship game.
I mean, you're right. It could be, but a heavyweight fight would have been more described.
Ron Lyle, Kyle.
No, this is a battle.
George Foreman, Kyle.
This is R.I.P. This is a battle between two young up and coming teams. Both of these teams have not done diddly squat poo yet. They haven't won their division.
Diddly squat poo.
They have not. They have not won their divisions. They have not made it to a Super Bowl. They have not represented the NFC in the Super Bowl. So for me, both of these two teams are hungry to try to figure out what they can be. But this is not a heavyweight title fight today.
I was in a heavyweight title fight last night. As you can see the scratch on my eye from basketball. But what is great when I have basketball is I came home and I knew what was in my freezer. A Cheez-It pizza. And I wanted something quick. The Screamins, I like to make sure I can give the adequate amount of time to get the crust right, to get the cheese right. But I wanted a short bake time, and that's what's great about Palermo's. When I talk about Palermo's, they have different pizzas for every occasion. I love the Screamin' Sicilians, from the tavern style to the thin and crispy to the OG Screamins to the stuffed crust to the Detroit style. You name it, they have it. But Cheez-It pizza, that is made by Palermo's. You know Cheez-It? You know that cracker? You know that cracker that you love? I love me some Cheez-Its. I didn't think it was possible to mix Cheez-It with pizza and make it so delicious, but Palermo's did it. Each crust is a giant original Cheez-It flavor crackered crust that's square-shaped, ultra-thin, super crispy, and it's the perfect combination of flavor, so it's not overwhelming, but you get that perfect Cheez-It taste. You got the Italian 4-cheese cheddar jack supreme pepperoni. It was a pepperoni Cheez-It night for me yesterday. An 8-minute bake time. 8-minute. Popped in the oven, showered, came back down. Boom! I was ready to eat. Find Cheez-It frozen pizza in your favorite grocer's frozen pizza section. And maybe we have another Victory Friday presented by Palermo's Pizza tomorrow. It's time for Over-Under coming up next. And, of course, Strofe put it together. So it's the greatest Over-Under that's ever been created.
It's actually really fun.
800-990-3776. Caller 6 and caller 9 to play over-under on this Thursday. 800-990-3776. Caller 6, you're going to get the category from Will, who's producing today. You are going to get the line.
Lower line today.
From Will, and you can choose if you are on the over or the under. Caller 9, you're going to be stuck on the side that caller 6 does not take. So one of you are going to win. Caller 6, caller 9 for over-under. 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. Over-under is next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, let them do it. I ain't doing it.
You're not going to hurt our feelings.
Come on.
Just mine.
Homer, come on.
Yo, fuck, I should be doing this time. I should be 2-6. That good enough for you? Nobody's as good as me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This year, it just feels different.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Listen to WTMJ as the Brewers make their charge to the postseason. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Narrow Spine Center of Wisconsin. And featured by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
Hey, Packer fans, the start of the NFL season means it's time to break out the Bandito with El Bandito Yankee, the official tequila of game day. 100% Blue Weber agave, all natural and so smooth it's criminal. Try the award-winning Blanco, Reposado, Anejo, and the new high-proof Plata 47. Ask for El Bandito Yankee at your favorite bar or restaurant and buy today at Woodman's and Festival Foods. For tailgates, recipes, and more places for purchase, go to elbanditoyankee.com.
Kyle Brust and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Home buyers are raving about their experiences with the Citizens Bank mortgage team.
Aaron helped me get pre-approved really fast, like before the open house even started.
I called Devin so many times with questions, and he always answered.
It's more than a mortgage. It's your future. And at Citizens Bank, we make it personal. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/mortgage. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. NMLS 746419.
It's a home run! But wait, is your roof ready for the big league storms? If your roof has more holes than a catcher's mitt, it's time to bring in the pros. At Avondale Roofing, we've been handling leaks, repairs, and full replacements with major league precision for over 30 years. And as a GAF Master Elite certified contractor, we bring top-tier quality and proven performance to every job. Whether it's a quick patch-up or full upgrade, our team steps up to the plate and knocks it out of the park every time. You're out! Don't wait till water's in your dugout. Call Avondale Roofing today and keep your home in the win column. WTMJ's Brandon Stein for Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. It may be September, but that doesn't mean the fun is stopping at Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. Join Ride for Recovery for their 3rd annual Bethany Ride on Saturday, September 13th. A day of over 100 miles of riding, live music from Miles Waggerin, food raffles, booths, and bike competitions, all to benefit women seeking treatment for substance use disorder. For more details, check out their website or like and follow them on Facebook, on Instagram, and online at WISHD.com. Wisconsin Harley-Davidson, your destination dealer.
Well, you and I, we make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if you get your picks right, you can cash in. Prize Picks puts their users first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks is the best way to cash in this football season. Which players are going to go off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join millions of users and sign up today. Download the app, use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace with Alex Strofe here at the shadow of Lambeau Field at our Tundra Trio houses. Getting ready for an exciting tailgate. A lot of people are going to be pumped up for this Thursday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. It's Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. If you called the Carbless Talking text line, you could have been caller 6 and 9 for over-under, which is right now.
Will the guys hit the over or will they disappoint? It's time for Over-Under on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Over-Under time on KBN. Go ahead.
One quick thing. I love my guy Appleman in the Orchard, but I think he might have bet the Packers under because I've never seen him more pessimistic. Micah will not be able to contain Daniels on the edge.
Micah.
What? That's just wild.
That is wild.
That's just wild. He had 4
Very
like
negative.
all the statistics we've shared would point to Micah.
Hey, if Micah can't contain him on the edge, Rashawn Gary will, or LVN will, or Edrin Cooper will, or Quay Walker will.
If Micah can't contain him, ain't nobody around the league.
I'm not too worried about
Sorry,
it.
Strofe, go ahead.
All right, over-under time here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Kyle and Ben will team up to get as many of these, a list of 10 I have, right as they can in 3 minutes. Will, who was caller 6, who was caller 9, and which sides are they are?
Caller 6 was Nate in Mount Horeb. He is on the over. And caller 9 was Andy in Hartford, who was stuck with the under.
All right, awesome. Let's go. Little bit of a unique category today. Ben, I'm going to make you the final answerer.
Okay.
So remember when you and I used to sit around our desk
Oh,
and
we
play
played
some
those
NFL trivia
random
games?
games?
So I came up with one that I really like, but the over-under line is only 6.5 here.
Okay.
So since 2006, the Green Bay Packers and Washington Commanders have a combined 10 players with at least one 1,000-yard rushing season. So I am looking for the 10 individuals that ran in one season or more for 1,000 yards for either franchise since 2006, the last 19 years.
So Green Bay Packers
and Washington
Commanders since when?
2006.
2006.
So I am looking for the 10 rushers that rushed for at least 1,000 yards for either of these teams since 2006. There's 10 names on this list. The over-under is 6.5. Any follow-up questions before we start the timer?
No, I think I understand. I'm just trying to, the hard part is digging deep into the Washington history right now.
Only 6.5. Let's see if you can do it. Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Clinton Portis.
Clinton Portis, good pull. Final.
Yes, he's number 8 on this list. Last did it in 2008.
Slow down.
Alfred Morris.
Alfred Morris, final.
Yes, he is number 6 on this list. Last did it in 2012.
Just knock Josh Jacobs off.
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs, final.
He is the most recent, did it last year.
Aaron Jones, final.
He is number 2 on this list. Last did it in 2022. Did it 3 times.
Ryan Grant, final.
Ryan Grant is on this list. Number 7 on this list.
Eddie Lacy, final.
You're cooking right now. He's number 5 on this list. You only need one more.
Stephen Davis, final.
I don't know who that is, and that's incorrect.
Okay, so we got to figure out. So you think of Packers. I'm going to try to think of the
pre-Eddie Lacy from a Packers standpoint, you got Ryan Grant.
Yep, we got that one.
For what, since 2006?
2006.
I'm trying to think of a running back from.
Did Brian Robinson ever go for 1,000 that year?
2 minutes.
It's not a crazy guess.
It's not. I don't think he did, but I wouldn't know.
You've got 3 guesses left. You only need one of them to
put
hit.
Brian Robinson just on the list here. Brian Robinson Jr. Think back to. See, you went pretty far back. I feel like there might be a Commander or Washington football team running back.
For context, you are missing number 3, number 4, number 9, and number 10 on this list.
3, 4, 9, and 10. That's what I'm thinking. Like, there's got to be a Washington Commander or Washington football team or before. Think. Kyle, you're too silent.
James Starks didn't go for 1,000 yards, I don't think. Ahman Green would be after that.
2006.
I mean, I guess we can utilize that one. I feel like that might be. I feel like that was after Ahman Green, but I'm not sure. But we can put that on the list.
There's a commander that I'm thinking of, and I know this.
What did he look like? Don't say black. Who was the Peyton Hillis? He didn't play for the. He played.
He was a Brown.
He is a Brown.
Also on the cover of Madden.
Yes. Dang, I can't.
Are these running backs only?
Yeah. He said go for a rushing 1,000 yards, right?
Yeah, they rushed for 1,000 yards. I didn't say position.
Oh.
But I might have just screwed us by getting us off task.
30 seconds.
No, they didn't have a quarterback to go.
Brian Robinson Jr. final.
It's incorrect. You have 2 guesses left. You need one of them.
I just want to go.
Do we try Ahman Green?
I guess we
Ahman Green final.
It's correct. He's the last name on this list.
Woo!
Last did it in 2006. 1,059 yards that year. You are
10,
missing 3 names.
9.
You can cut
8,
the counter, Will.
7.
What teams?
They're all. You have all Washington remaining. You got all 5 Green Bays.
Running backs from Washington.
Are we going to kick ourselves? Or are they hard?
I will give you this. One, I think you're thinking of him. That was in 2021. The guy who did it for them in 2018, who's number 4 on this list, his name has been brought up on the show today.
His name has been brought up on
That's
the show?
correct. And then number 9, I told you before the show, this is the name on the list. I said I would buy you anything if you get it. I don't even know who this guy is.
Okay, tell us that
one. So that's number 9. He did it in 2006 as well. Liddell Betts.
Never heard of Liddell Betts.
I don't know who that is. Number 4's name was brought up on the show earlier. He did it in 2018. And in 2021, you have not mentioned it.
How do I not remember in an hour a running back that I've mentioned on the show?
All right,
today?
so I'm just going to give you the one from 2021. That was Antonio Gibson.
Gibson!
I think that's who you
Number
were thinking
24,
of.
Gibson,
Yes. Yeah, he had a really good year for them in 21, just over 1,000 yards. We did not bring up this running back's name in context of anything to do with football.
What the hell is going on? Does Will know? I mean,
Kyle, I sent Will the list, so he knows. Kyle brought this guy's name up in reference to how you should treat your kids.
Oh, Adrian
Peterson. Adrian Peterson ran for 1,042 yards for the, I guess at the time, not the Commanders nor the football team.
Goodness
in 2018.
I tried to forget the whole Adrian Peterson dropping from Kyle earlier in the show.
Good on me to give you guys the win. During the last segment, I texted Will. I said, hey, I think we should move the line. I had it at 7.5 initially. I moved it to 6.5. It got you the win. Congratulations, fella. Fun one? Did we like that one?
I liked it.
Is that something we should utilize more in the football season?
Reaching into Washington football history without Kyle, I would have forgot about Alfred Morris.
I'm shocked you never.
Alfred Morris did it a few times for them.
I'm shocked Stephen Davis didn't get 1,000 yards.
He did. Or no, that was one that was not on the list. Either way, congratulations to Nate in Mount Horeb, who wins over/under here on Kyle Brust Nortman. We're going to get back to the game because Dan Orlovsky had some strong words to talk about Micah Parsons, and what he can mean for this Green Bay Packers team throughout the entire season. We're back in 2 minutes on Kyle Brust Nortman.
Every great team starts with a strong defense, and the same's true in business. That's why companies trust Trend Micro for cybersecurity. From ransomware to phishing to the most advanced cyber threats, they help protect your network, your data, and your people. With over 35 years of expertise, Trend Micro has built a defensive playbook trusted by enterprises worldwide. Your business works too hard to get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right. That's trendmicro.com.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, The Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call The Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnofthebog.com.
Crispy chicken tenders are now at Cousin Subs. Enjoy them with your favorite dipping sauce, or try them in one of our 2 new subs, Classic Crispy Chicken or Bold Buffalo Ranch Crispy Chicken. Both served on our fresh baked bread, made with quality you can taste. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only here for a limited time. Order in store, online, or on the app today. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run September 15th through the end of the 2025 season, with tee times starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package requests early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Live from Green Bay in the shadow of Lambeau Field, it's Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We are leading you into Green Bay game day with Alex Strofe and Gabe Nitel. Steve Scafidi, Jason Wilde will pop by. Rob Domofsky will do a hit. We got you covered all the way up till kickoff. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace with Alex Strofe in person. Will Summers running the show. Hit us on the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776. And as always, you can see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Dan Orlovsky, usually breaking down film of quarterbacks, can probably see why the quarterback of Jared Goff was affected so much on Sunday's game. Was this get-up Strofe?
This is unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike, who is going to be up here at Lambeau Field. Dan Orlovsky on Unsportsmanlike this morning had this to say about Micah.
Oh, God, yeah. This guy's a freak. This guy's an absolute problem. Don't take it from me. Take it from Jordan Mailata, who going into the first game last week when the Eagles were playing the Cowboys, Mailata was like, when we were playing the Cowboys, we would always have to start our week with, okay, what are we going to do with Micah Parsons? And so he's a tremendous, tremendous game-changing player. And if the Packers are going to be a team that, in many ways, a lot of us expect them to be, where they're in the NFC North race and the NFC Championship race, and, Micah, this is a team that has a top 3, top 5 defense, and Micah pushes 15-plus sacks, and you're seeing the impact that he has. Oh, God, yeah. I mean, that's the type of talent that he has, and I think everyone made a deal about last week and whatnot and the amount of snaps, some positive, some what are we doing. You're going to see him just ramp up. And, if he gets to that point in a quick period of time where he's playing, 90+% of those snaps, he's going to haunt opposing quarterbacks. This is a defense that has other talented pieces around them.
That was cooking. Dan Orlovsky this morning with Evan Cohen, Michelle Smallman, and Chris Canty. Oh, will Michelle be joining you on Green Bay Game Day as a guest picker?
She will be our guest picker tonight, yes.
You can hear on Sportsmanlike on ESPN Radio and, of course, on ESPN Wisconsin in the mornings. That was Dan Orlovsky. And yeah, I mean, look, Micah is tied with Myles Garrett for the best odds to win Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, that is a guy that's on the Green Bay Packers. We got to remind ourselves that number one is going to be out there, and he's going to be out there in green and gold. It's still surreal, and the impact that he has, Dan Orlovsky says perfectly.
I'm so glad that Dan Orlovsky shared what the offensive lineman from the Eagles talked about, is about when they went into their meeting room, they had to talk about what are we going to do to slow down Micah Parsons. That is a huge, significant deal when teams literally have to game plan for one guy. And when we talked about who wins from that, who gets, who's going to benefit from it, the whole Packers defense is going to benefit from that. Knowing that there is a short week and Dan Quinn and his offensive-minded team needs to figure out how they're going to slow down Micah Parsons is a significant plus for the Green Bay Packers, a significant plus for Xavier McKinney, a significant plus for everybody around them. So, again, that's exciting to hear that guys really feel that way about Micah. We already see it on the field, but it's good to know the difference that he makes just purely from his presence being on the field, but his presence just being a Green Bay Packer and what has to go into game planning. That gets in people's heads.
Yeah, I wonder how many times that offensive coordinators have looked at the Green Bay Packers and said, well, how are we going to stop blank?
I don't want to bring up bad memories for me and you, but you played against Marshall Henderson, right?
Yeah, but
were y'all trying to figure out how to? Not saying Mike. Were y'all trying to figure out how we gonna slow him down before the game? Was he like a focal point?
He chucked like 20 shots. That is a weird comparison.
No, I'm just thinking. Oh, I was just thinking about a guy that maybe went off against the Wisconsin Badgers.
Now, in the second half, he did. But
so I'm just thinking, how are we gonna stop this guy? Like that's the focal point. I'm sure Bo was talking about. Hey, stop this guy, wasn't he?
No, but like he's not as good of a player as Micah is in terms of like your. What I'm saying is the whole entire game plan is like if you can make number one not as impactful, obviously it's going to help your chances, and that's the first thing that people are thinking about. They're probably not thinking. I bet the head coach, right? I mentioned offense coordinator. I bet the head coach probably goes to Micah Parsons before he goes to Jordan Love in the offense, because he's that big of an impactful player right now that you saw week one. Like, if you had to pick the MVP of the game, it might have been Micah from an overall how he helped the team, like most valuable player. Not from a who had the most statistics, but whose impact on the field.
I think you could drop the
29 steps. Yes.
It was him.
Yeah, it was him. It was him. And so it wasn't Jordan Love. It wasn't Josh Jacobs. It was what he did to Jared Goff, who was shaking in his boots. If he had the ball for 2.5 seconds, if there was a half second longer, he knew he was likely going down.
Yeah, and that is exactly what the benefit is for the Green Bay Packers tonight. Now, I'm right there with Strofe when he says it's not just if. No, he played the biggest impact in that game. The defense already looked good without Micah on the field. They were enhanced to a whole nother level with Micah on the field, and everybody benefited from it. And the offensive tackles right now, the guards, everybody on that offensive line is thinking about how are we going to stop number one, which allows for a guy like Lucas Van Ness, Colby Wooden, Carl Brooks, and more importantly, Rashawn Gary to be able to eat today. The Packers are going to harass.
We got 16 games left of this in the regular season. 16 of them.
Yeah, it's exciting. I can't wait to see it in person. But
as Chris and Rome chimes in about Micah, is on the Carbos Talking text line. In the interview on Unsportsmanlike, Orlovsky addressed whether or not he thought that Parsons could be the MVP of the league.
And he said yes.
That's not going to happen.
No.
He's plus 3,000.
He said he's got a shot. If a defensive player does this year, he said he has a shot.
Totally agree. Totally agree. But like he'd have to go for 20.
It ain't 1985 anymore.
Yes,
right.
It's the QB. When you watch what Josh Allen did, it's a quarterback award, and Micah could have as big of an impact as anybody. But when the points go up and it's done in a sexy way, it usually goes to the offense.
I legitimately don't know that we'll see, at least in the near future, another running back win the award. Could a receiver win it? That's where I'm hung up on maybe. More likely than a running back. But it's a quarterback award until told otherwise.
Michael Strahan had 22.5 sacks in the season and did not win the MVP.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If he had 25 sacks, 30 sacks, then okay, yes. But 22.5 is not going to
30 sacks.
30 sacks is
to a game.
Yeah, that's video game mode.
Guys, Rashawn Gary's on pace for
26, I think. Yeah.
Listen, if Rashawn Gary has 2 sacks tonight, I might.
Yeah, we might have to crown his ass.
We would have to crown him.
Well, no, we'd have to crown Micah because he couldn't do this without Micah.
That's true. That's true. 2 All-Pros,
you can crown them both. You can crown them both.
Remember what Kyle said? They're both going to go
right now they're pacing as 2 All-Pros. 2 on the same line.
Look at the Micah effect.
Listen up. It's a great day to be at Lambeau Field. It's also a great day to be an IKEA family member because IKEA's turning 40 and they're giving away presents. Usually when you turn a certain birthday, you get something, they're giving you something. From September 3rd through the 23rd, IKEA celebrating with a huge gift card giveaway. Every day, 3 times a day, 40 lucky winners will score an IKEA gift card worth anywhere from $5 to $500. That's right, 120 winners every day at the store. So, don't miss your chance to join the celebration. Visit IKEA Oak Creek or IKEA.us for more information. You must be an IKEA family member to participate, and that's free. So just sign up to be an IKEA family member, and you can win that $500 gift card, potentially. 1 gift card per IKEA family membership during the promotion. Jason Wilde going to join us next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
He is now off his rocker saying it. Well, if I played...
Choke artist. Choke artist, choke artist, choke artist. That's what you both are. Yeah, I said it. You both are choke artists.
Losers, choke artists.
That's what you are. You
frauds,
choked against TCU. You choked against Oregon. You choked against Kentucky. Y'all choked against Duke. I can keep going.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We start off with a little bit of action. Eastbound 94 at 68th Street. Center lane is blocked with a broken down vehicle. That means we got backups coming out of the zoo interchange, so be prepared for that. On the westbound side, backing up out of the Marquette all the way to Hawley Road. Northbound 4394 also slowing down from Beecher Street into the Marquette interchange. And then off the freeway on northbound Highway 100, right about at Center Street, the left lane is blocked with a crash. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And check out the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Patchy fog, partly cloudy skies otherwise with a low of 59. Tomorrow, morning patchy fog again, but mostly sunny for the rest of the day. A high of 76 at the lake, 80 inland. Lake Lawn Resort offers everything you need, from lakeside rooms to gourmet dining and a luxurious spa. Relax, recharge, and enjoy the best of Delavan. Book your stay now at lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
Come catch the final battle of the regular season when the Brewers host the Reds Friday, September 26th through Sunday, September 28th. We're celebrating the best fans in the game on Saturday, the 27th at Fan Appreciation Night, presented by Toyota. Plus, if you're one of the first 30,000 fans through the gates, you'll take home a Brewers tumbler giveaway too, presented by Quick Trip. Come close out the regular season with the crew. Get your seats today at brewers.com/tickets.
Pull up to Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee and shoot your shot at big wins for Sweet Ticket September. Play with your rewards card for entries. Score triple on Drawing Thursday. Win slam dunk prizes like cash, reward plate, and tickets to see the Milwaukee Bucks in action. Sweet Ticket September. You ready for this? Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves. Are you talking about the One collection? Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart. The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment. The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's. To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. The Wolf of Wall Street was on the other day when I was flipping through channels. Great family film.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
I'm a naturally inquisitive person.
Holding everybody accountable.
If you feel better about that, I'm happy to do so.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Live from Lambeau Field, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin taking you into Green Bay game day. You got it all covered here. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace with Will running the show. Jason, welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
How'd you get into Lambeau? Are you in my office?
Right outside Lambeau Field, I should have mentioned. Sorry, Jason. No, I'm not near your office, but look forward to seeing you swing by for Green Bay game day. I do want to start here as the Packers.
My stuff.
I won't touch anything. I promise. Hands to myself. Packers made some roster moves. Brenton Cox goes to injured reserve while they elevate a tackle Brant Banks and cornerback Micah Robinson from the practice squad. Does that impact any of your thinking as to Zach Tom and Nate Hobbs and their availability today?
Yeah, I didn't think Zach Tom was going to play anyway, and I was skeptical of whether or not Aaron Banks will play. So, it makes sense to bring up an offensive lineman. Now, just to be clear, they put Brant Banks on the 53-man roster, right? He's not just a
to the practice squad
elevation.
To the active roster for today's game.
So who's taking the roster spot of Brenton Cox? Because you put him on injured reserve, now you have an open roster spot.
Banks and Micah Robinson.
Okay, I'm just gonna look this up. So anyway, the answer is that it means that there's a good chance Nate Hobbs isn't playing, and it means there's a likelihood that one, if not both, of the offensive linemen aren't playing. So here's what I'm intrigued by. They put Brenton Cox on IR, but they elevated both those guys without putting either of them on the 53-man roster. So I'm not sure why they put Brenton Cox on IR, because they freed up a roster spot and then didn't use it anyway. So that intrigues me. Like, they clearly don't think, at least in Banks's case, they clearly don't think he's worth signing to the 53 because they're obviously dealing with two injuries at that position as opposed to corner where it's just one.
And maybe I read this wrong. They are elevated from the practice squad to the active roster for today's game.
Right, but the elevated means they're still
got it
on the practice squad. So they were not signed to the active roster, which is the difference that I know it's a little technicality, but I think it's interesting because if you this is an opportunity when you IR Brenton Cox, if there's a guy like Micah Robinson made the roster coming out of camp, and then they cut him the day after, and then brought him back on the practice squad. So I'll be intrigued to see what their thought process is and whether either or both of these guys are active today.
Jason, when you look at the coaching matchup, Matt LaFleur with Dan Quinn, and the success Matt LaFleur has had against Dan Quinn, what level of confidence do you have in the Green Bay Packers offense today to be able to score a bunch of points today and take advantage?
Give me your statistics so he knows the background.
Statistically, when you look at the last three times that Matt LaFleur has coached against a Dan Quinn-led defense, the Packers have scored 30 points, 31 points, and 48 points. Do you think we'll be seeing something like that again today?
Yeah, I mean, look, and you know this as well as anyone, Kyle. Every year is a different year. Those matchups are not necessarily carry over from one to the other. Dan Campbell or Dan Quinn, does he call the defensive plays still? Because I know he did for a time last year. Joe Witt, the former Packers assistant, is the defensive coordinator. Look, those two guys know each other extremely well. Like you heard Matt LaFleur say during the week that he wouldn't be standing in front of us if it wasn't for Dan Quinn, who he worked for when Quinn was the head coach of the Falcons and LaFleur was the quarterback's coach. He meant that much to his development as a coach. So I'm sure that they have a brother-like rivalry of wanting to get the better of each other, and I'm guessing Dan Quinn feels like he's overdue to get the better of Matt LaFleur.
Jason Wilde joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Jason, I know you're intrigued, obviously, as many are, with the third-year starting quarterback and the second-year, or not third-year starting quarterback, and Jaden Daniels in his second year. It's really Jalen Hurts as like the main guy until it's not his. But on a Thursday night football game, this opportunity for both these young stars to shine, it's probably a better opportunity for Jaden Daniels because in Jordan Love's case, I don't think he has to be a hero for them to beat the Commanders as much as Jaden Daniels has to be a hero for the Commanders to beat the Packers. Is that fair?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think it's a high profile game. They both obviously want to play well, but don't you think that Jaden Daniels at this point is viewed more positively than Love is? Like in terms of the actual.
Kyle doesn't. Kyle's not worried about this game at all. He's not worried about Jaden Daniels. Yes. He thinks this is a 31-17 win.
That is true. That is true. No,
so
Jason,
I am worried about him. I think they have the pieces on defense to do a better job of containing a running quarterback with the speed in the linebacking position. Hopefully they get the same push they did against the Lions. But yeah, Jaden Daniels is a problem.
Yeah, I think he's a really good young quarterback, and you saw what he did last year. I mean, the guy ran for 891 yards in addition to throwing for 3,500. Like, he threw, 9 interceptions? So he doesn't, make a ton of mistakes. Like, the Packers are going to try and get him to make mistakes. They obviously feel really good about what their defense did in week one, and their expectation is they're going to do more of it tonight. But, look, these are the kinds of games that are really fun in terms of having two young quarterbacks that are good, and now we're trying to figure out how good they are. This isn't, face-off between two journeymen, and it's not exactly a prime-time appealing game.
No, it definitely has prime time written all over it.
And Jason, I do want to touch on the wide receivers because it's not that you need to have somebody be a wide receiver one, but Love spread the ball. 10 guys caught passes, and he completed 16 passes. Last week didn't really have clarity as to who's going to really be the guy, but who did you like what you saw most from?
Well, I like what I saw from Reed, right? I mean, the fact that he's playing with that injury and was still, 3 catches for 45 yards and a touchdown. I liked what I saw from, obviously Romeo with the big play, and he also had a 20-yard catch before that on that first drive. And then beyond that, it was spread around, like you said. Look, I don't think, as long as you're winning, I don't think it matters. But when you start losing and when we start to get closer to contracts, it definitely matters. And so to me, that's kind of the part that I'm intrigued by is this sustainable where everybody is locking arms and singing Kumbaya and talking about how much they love playing with each other when guys are trying to earn contracts. I mean, both Wicks and Reed are, ineligible for an extension until after this season. We obviously saw Christian Watson get his 1-year deal. I remain fairly skeptical of any chance that Romeo Doubs is playing for the Packers in 2026 and beyond. I'm not ruling it out, but I think it's unlikely. So, if I'm Reed and I'm Wicks, did Wicks only have the 1 catch early? I know he had the 1 catch on the 3rd down. I can't remember if he had a 2nd catch or not. But, none of them are going to come up to me and say, Jason, this is BS, man. I need to get the ball more. I need to get paid. And they're not going to say that to the big group either. They're just going to say what they know they're supposed to say, but that doesn't mean they feel what they're supposed to feel. And frankly, if I was them, I would feel some kind of way too. This is a competitive business. And as much as I want to win, and I'm sure those guys do too, there's more to it than just winning at that level.
Jason, what would a win tonight mean for the Green Bay Packers? The confidence of this Packers team to beat the Lions. We all knew going into the season, you got the Lions first and then you got the Commanders, 2 teams that were basically finished the season better than you did last year. What would this mean for the Green Bay Packers for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think it would mean a lot, Kyle. I mean, I think, first of all, it gets you off to a 2-0 start, which obviously, as you mentioned, boosts your confidence. But those wins aren't against, Tennessee and Indianapolis, right? Like they were last year when Love was sidelined. It's against 2 teams that have been in the NFC. Both teams lost the NFC Championship the last 2 years. One lost it last year, one lost it 2 years ago. Those are top echelon NFC teams, and now you've got a 2-0 record in the conference. You've got the head-to-head tiebreaker with Washington if you end up in some sort of a tie for the 5th or the 4th seed in the playoffs, or I guess it would be the 3rd or the 4th seed. That stuff matters. And so it would be huge for them. And then, obviously it would be vital for them to then go, they got the Browns on the road and then the Cowboys on the road, the next 2. You want to come out of that. You don't want to go down and stub your toe in Cleveland. And then obviously Micah Parsons is going to be flying as high as a jet plane, being excited about playing the Cowboys and Jerry Jones again. So, you win tonight and it sets you up for a potentially perfect September. And that is the way you really want to start a season when you think you're a Super Bowl contender.
Jason, we appreciate the time. Look forward to seeing you and everyone listening to you on Green Bay Game Day.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good. Thanks a lot.
That's Jason Wilde. Listen to Jason on Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon. Tomorrow, also hear him on Green Bay Game Day. He's going to join Green Bay Game Night. He's all over the place and providing all the info you need for the Green Bay Packers. And I provide info about the great Potawatomi Sportsbook Casino. The Casino Hotel is amazing. You have bingo, table games, you got slots, you got it all there. Then you have this beautiful sports book in the state of Wisconsin Plus, they're always doing events for you. Go to Potawatomi.com to get tickets for the farm-to-table dining experience. It's a fresh farm-to-table dining experience unlike any other. So the Gather and Grow is a limited-time showcase of foods from independent farms and producers across Wisconsin. When I think Potawatomi, I also think about the food. Every time we go there, we are like, oh, what food can we get? Because everything is delicious. The kitchen always provides. And with this fresh farm-to-table dining experience, get your tickets at Potawatomi.com. Let's gather to celebrate the bounty of the state we call home in Wisconsin. We do Green Bay props and preview, brought to you by Sit Mean Sit Dog Training. Next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Milwaukee County, you need to shovel the pathway to the lake, okay? I had to step through snow in order to get to the lake.
I think Kyle's the Karen of the show.
I think
he's high maintenance, for sure.
I think Kyle pays taxes in the county of Milwaukee that just went up, so I expect for this stuff to be popped.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Couple of problems out there. First of all, 94 eastbound at 68th Street. We have the two right lanes blocked at 68th Street with a broken down vehicle. We also have a crash northbound 43 right at Kilbourne. It's in the left lane, so that's affecting your ride coming northbound on 4394. Pretty solid backups up from the KK River all the way into the Marquette interchange. Also on northbound Highway 100 or Mayfair Road, right at Center Street, we have the left lane blocked with another crash. This is off the freeway system. It's on Mayfair Road itself. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Patchy fog, partly cloudy skies, otherwise a low of 59. Tomorrow, morning patchy fog. That'll all burn off with mostly sunny skies for the rest of the day. A high of 76 at the lake, 80 inland. Weather's brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Citizens Bank, we believe banking is more than transactions. It's about being recognized and remembered. It's feeling like you're understood and supported along the way. It's the small stuff that says, we know you. Because when your bank gets you, banking just feels better. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/belong. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
Kick off your game day with a shine. Stop by Tsunami Express Car Wash now with 7 convenient locations across greater Milwaukee, including the brand new location in New Berlin. The best part, your very first wash is absolutely free when you sign up online. That's a $25 value on us. At Tsunami Express, you'll enjoy premium washes that protect your car, plus free vacuums and detailing tools to keep your ride looking spotless inside and out. Fast, easy, and always looking its best. Roll into the game feeling confident and clean. Claim your free wash today at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning?
RV wins!
Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast?
RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
Why is Macy's one-day sale the one sale you can't miss? For starters, you'll find our best prices of the month on fall's top trends, like $99.99 for trenches and barn jackets, diamond bracelets $249, and for cozy nights in, comfy sheets at $19.99 and under. Plus, it's Star Money bonus days, when Star Rewards members can earn Star Money faster. Not a member yet? Join for free online or in-store. Don't miss Macy's one-day sale tomorrow. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no interest for 3 whole years. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey,
Hey, this is the Fat Jack. Another week in the books, and what a great week it was, including a 6-0 Saturday. That's right, guys, 6-0 Saturday with our top plays in college football. Are you ready to make money this year? Stop guessing and start winning. Go to fatjacksports.com, and it's less than $100 a week to make money. $3.99 for all the football through the end of the month, or $5.99 includes soccer, UFC, NFL props, and much more. Dial in today, fatjacksports.com to win. We won last week, and we're going to do it again.
The Green Bay Props and Preview, presented by Sit Mean Sit Dog Training in Waukesha. Schedule your free consultation today. Visit sitmeansitwaukesha.com. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm not saying it's your fault, although you could have done more. Oh, you're so naive, yes, so.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, leading into Green Bay game day with Alex Strofe, Gabe Nitel, and Steve Scafidi. Got you covered until 7 o'clock here. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. It's time now to dive deep into the game. Green Bay Props and Preview.
I'm going to ask you to place a little wager for me.
Here comes Parsons and he gets home. Goes to the end zone. It is a one-handed grab by Matthew Gold. Intercepted. Taken away by Xavier McKinney.
This is the Green Bay Props and Preview.
Ooh, that's my dog.
And Dog of the Game. Presented by Sit Mean Sit Dog Training in Waukesha. Schedule your free consultation today. Visit sitmeansitwaukesha.com.
Will is running the show back at the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio. Take us through some of your favorites and make sure we hit who we think the dog of the game is going to be.
All right, let's start off with our guy, Jordan Love. We got over under 226.5 passing yards. What are you guys taking?
Well, it looked like he was going to throw for 400 yards after the first quarter against the Detroit Lions, and he finished with about $180. Man, I'm going to go over here. I am. I know Kyle's thinking it's Josh Jacobs, but I think that Jordan Love is going to feel the Jaden Daniels game, and he's going to want to prove something. I know he doesn't call the plays, but if he can be accurate and he can be – I'm thinking that right now in my own head, I hope that offensive line can hold up with all the guys that got in there. But I'm still going to go over. I think Matthew Golden has a week under his belt, and he's going to be more involved. So I'm going to go over for J-Lo.
Talking my language, talking Matthew Golden. I'm going to go under here for Jordan Love, and Ben hit it. I simply think they just won't need it. Last week when the Green Bay Packers didn't need Jordan Love to do a lot in the second half other than be a game manager, he only threw for 188 yards, and they leaned on Josh Jacobs in the second half. I think you'll see a similar formula today where the Green Bay Packers just won't need Jordan Love to go for 226, 250 or anything like that. So I'm going to go under here for Jordan Love.
Let's go.
31 points you have planned for the Packers.
Yeah, a lot of pound and ground, baby, or ground and pound.
Let's look at the Commanders quarterback now, Jaden Daniels. We got over under 46.5 rushing yards for Jaden Daniels.
Ooh. I'm going to go under for Jaden Daniels because the Green Bay Packers have been able to contain these quarterbacks. So, 46 is a lot of rushing yards as well. So, I'm going to go under for Jaden Daniels, 46 today.
Yeah, based off what we saw last week, it's really hard for me to say over. It just is. Like, the push that they got up the middle, right? Up the middle and, not opening up gaps, getting the pressure on the edge. It's hard for me to see a way that Jaden Daniels, he's not gonna. I don't see him breaking like a 20 to 30 yard rush against this defense. That it's gonna be, all it takes is one. All it takes is one. But the thing that I think that you got to look out more than his total yards is the timeliness of his rushing attempts, and if he does hit those back-breaking 3rd and 5s and 6s, as you mentioned, pick those up for first down. So I'm gonna go under.
And understand this: the reason why we got to think about it is the Packers are playing a zone defense. They're not going to be playing man covers like that. And in the zone defense, you got to keep more things in front of you, and so you don't have your back turned around where things break out. They'll be spying on them. So I do think they're able to contain them today under 46 yards.
We talked about him playing a big factor for the Packers offense earlier. Josh Jacobs, over or under 94.5 rushing and receiving yards.
Well, to me, it's easy.
I know. Go. I know you have the over.
It's easy. I'm telling you, this is going to be a Josh Jacobs game. So I'm telling y'all this right now. Josh Jacobs is going to go over. Matter of fact, I'll do you one better. Josh Jacobs is going for 100 yards on the ground today. He don't even need to catch the football because he's going to get over 100 on the ground today. I'm telling y'all, we're about to expose the Commanders' rush defense.
I wish I could, keep track of all the things that you said, just to see. Not saying you'd have to put the money down because I know you're a little bit frugal, but if you bet all the things you predicted, you can even bet the total outcome, the winning margin, and get plus odds. You have them winning by 14. That's going to be plus 500 at Potawatomi. You have Josh Jacobs over 100 yards rushing. You can move that line a little bit and get plus. I'm looking at this game through the eyes of Kyle Wallace, seeing how good he is at predicting the outcome of a game, because you are uber confident. I'm going to go under. I feel like Jordan Love is going to shine tonight for some reason. I think he is confident, and based off the opportunity that he didn't have in the second half to showcase as much as he did in the first half because they did go to the run game, I got it more of a Jordan Love game than Josh Jacobs.
Let's go back to
man. Try to tell you.
Let's go back to the Commanders offense. A new addition for them this year. Deebo Samuel, over or under 64.5 rushing and receiving yards.
I'm going to take the over. Listen, Deebo just finds a way to get it done against the Green Bay Packers. So we're going to
So
find
you're going
out.
with trauma.
I'm going with trauma. And Cliff Kingsbury, he's a smart offensive coordinator. I just think he understands Deebo Samuel is quite the weapon that they can utilize. And I do expect Deebo Samuel to do his thing today because he doesn't have to just do it receiving. As you asked with this, he can also get the ball outside the backfield. But Deebo, I love me some Deebo, and Deebo going to get it done over 64.5 tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my prediction. I think Deebo's contained a little bit more. I'm thinking if they're going to have success, it's going to be Terry McLaurin on the outside for those longer passes.
Ben might have to parlay this one with his first pick on the Jordan Love over-under, but it's Matthew Golden over-under 34.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, that dropped significantly. I think he was 49.5 yards last week. I think I watched some tape on what people had put out. His route running, he was open a lot of times. Just they didn't throw the ball that much. I really do believe that there's an opportunity here with over on Matthew Golden's 34.5 that you should definitely look at if you're listening and head over to Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
Hey, I'm going with the over as well. They got a young corner starting there with the on the other side with Trey Amos there with the Washington Commanders. And, again, I'm going with the over for Matthew Golden because I do think it's going to be a chance where he's going to get the ball a little bit more. Just got that feel that he's going to have a nice little game today. Not saying he's going to go for 100-some because we know how the Packers receiving core is with them distributing the ball, but I do see that
if someone went for 100 yards, it would just be shocking because it's so rare because they spread it out.
It is extreme. Because last year, we had finally had a receiver go over 100 yards, later in the season or something like that?
I'd have to think
I have to remember that. It was,
but it's a rare feat is all you have to say. You don't have to put things out there you don't know the answer to when you know it's just a rare thing.
Yeah.
Let's look at the total amount of points scored in the game itself. The over-under is set at 48.5. You going higher or lower here?
I think it's a little high for a Thursday night football game. On a short week, I'm going to go under here. And we can hit on the game too. I think the Packers win in like a 23-17 or like a 20-17. I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to be low scoring. Thursday night football games are just they're significantly harder on a short week. Not when you're starting the season like the Eagles-Cowboys did. When you're coming off this short week against a physical Lions team where you exerted energy, you also have some injuries. I like the under here.
Yeah, somebody even told us this week, I don't know, it was Tausch or Bulaga who talked about early in the week you actually feel worse after week 1 than you feel after like week 12 or something like that. So I think
Rob Domofsky.
Yeah, so I think what we'll see is that effect today. So I'm definitely going to go with the under as well.
Packers are favorites by 3.5 points. You taking the Commanders plus the points or the Packers as favorites at home?
Hell no. They Packers is winning by.
He asked you two different questions. He ended with are you taking the Packers? And you did the thing where you listened to one thing and didn't listen to the end.
I just heard the thing
no
I didn't want to hear. Hell no to them trying to cover. The Packers, easy today. Easy today.
My brain says Packers, but like I'm so surrounded by Kyle all week that I like want to fade the public, but I still think that my brain is right with the Packers winning this game and covering that 3.5.
And then lastly, we got our sit mean sit dog of the game. Who do you guys got?
Who's barking, Kyle?
Who's barking for me? I already kind of alluded
to it. You're my bark guy. Where's the bark?
That's going to be Josh Jacobs trucking people, going into the end zone, pointing at the camera, celebrating with his offensive lineman, as this will be a big-time game for Josh Jacobs when he exposes Daron Payne, where he exposes Javon Kinlaw for the bad rush defenders that they are. So, let's get ready to see Josh Jacobs celebrate in the end zone today with a lot of yards.
I'm going to pull an old T of Mark Tauscher. I'm not going to take the low-hanging fruit. I'm going to go with Quay Walker. I really liked what I saw from him in week 1, and I think they're going to need him to be a dog to be successful in this game with his athletic ability going against Jaden Daniels, who we know can scramble. So my dog, Quay Walker.
Oh, I like that.
That's it for Green Bay Props and Preview, presented by Sit Mean Sit Dog Training. Make sure you check out their Milwaukee and Waukesha locations. We wrap up the show with Gabe Nitel because him and Alex Strofe are going to get you ready to go and have you covered from 4 to 7 on Green Bay Game Day. Gabe Nitel of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, mornings 94.5 ESPN, joins us next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
If I was as tall and as talented as you, if I could shoot as well as you could, both them teams would have won. Because you know what? You did a fake punch, you said, in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
And I would have did fake point. I would have took it to the house. I would have scored a dang touchdown.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Greg Matzek, Gary Ellerson, the day after reaction show you need in your life.
This offense, Matt LaFleur's side of the ball, dragged this whole team through where they are right now.
It's Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Mondays with Greg and Gary.
The defense got hot at the right time. That might be what we're seeing here with the Packers defense as well.
Live from the Potawatomi Sportsbook Studios from 6 to 8 p.m. every Monday on 94.5 ESPN.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9.
Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
Come catch the final battle of the regular season when the Brewers host the Reds Friday, September 26th through Sunday, September 28th. We're celebrating the best fans in the game on Saturday, the 27th at Fan Appreciation Night, presented by Toyota. Plus, if you're one of the first 30,000 fans through the gates, you'll take home a Brewers tumbler giveaway too, presented by Quick Trip. Come close out the regular season with the crew. Get your seats today at brewers.com/tickets.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde. Our family loves when Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles arrives at our home. And now football season has arrived, so try the green and gold Kringle. Traditional pecan Kringle and cheesecake Kringle topped with green and gold sprinkles. A crowd pleaser at any game day party. Order today at Kringle.com or 1-800-4DANISH. Easy to remember. Kringle.com or 1-800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles. Not just a treat, it's a tradition. And the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin.
Summertime is the time for all the big events. Weddings, milestone birthdays, even corporate events. Elevate every event with Noble Catering, a premier craft caterer in southeastern Wisconsin, preferred by over 30 venues. Noble Catering is also the exclusive caterer of Villa Terrace, an east side event treasure. And coming in 2026, Noble's new headquarters, a 400-person event venue in the heart of Bayview called Brixton's Turn. Book them for your event at noblecateringco.com.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This weekend, make sure you head on over to Road America for the Aaron's Art of Wheels, the 12th through the 14th. They're going to have fireworks, a polka band. You can dance around. They also have a Ferris wheel. Plus, you can drive a car on the track. Also, just enjoy the great racing they got going on. Kids 16 and free. Get kids 16 and under getting free with a paying adult at the gate. So all you got to do is get your tickets at roadamerica.com, and they have everything covered for you this race weekend. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman wrapping up right outside Lambeau Field. You got Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, and Will running the show. Hopefully the temperature is good for Will back there because he's going to be in there for a long time today. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, Green Bay Game Day, and, of course, Green Bay Game Night. Joining us here is Gabe Nitel of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy and Green Bay Game Day. Gabe Nitel.
Ben Brust.
You are close to Kyle Wallace in your game prediction. Kyle's got 31-17. I saw you had 27-17. Give us your game flow prediction and how it gets there.
I just look at the Packers defense, and I think they're going to continue to just flow to the football. I mean, when's the last time you guys saw a defense with that type of energy from the Packers? And they were good. Like, they were good last year. Like, they were good enough.
Yeah, they were
right?
good.
Like, they were a decent defense. Yeah. Like, flowing to the football the way that they were. I mean, and I know Jeff Hafley talked about it throughout the course of the week, the way it just seemed like the Packers had 4, 5, 6 guys around the football seemingly at all times. I think that's going to continue, and I'm excited to see what this defense does against someone like Jaden Daniels, and I think they're going to prevent him from becoming Superman, and that's the only way, to me, that Washington wins this game, is if he becomes the full realization in top of his powers type of guy tonight.
He has to be a hero in order for the Commanders to win the game. And the Packers defense showed with the push that they got and the athletic linebackers that they have, they can contain someone like Jaden Daniels.
That's the other thing. Because, I mean, a lot of it's Micah, right? And he had 4.5, and Micah had 4.5 sacks against Washington last year when he was a member of the Cowboys. In the 2 games they played, he had 4.5 sacks. But it's more than just that. It's the linebackers that they have. We know Jeff Hafley likes to play zone. The linebackers are going to be there. You don't even have to spy. You just have the athletic linebackers that you have, whether it's Quay, whether it's Cooper, whether it is whether it's
McDuffie,
any of those guys. Yeah, they've got all these different guys that can just really be around and have that opportunity. Tyron Hopper's pretty athletic. If he gets out there, they have athletic enough linebackers where they can chase down someone like Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. Like, the way that the Commanders beat them is likely like, and not even Debo from my perspective, has got to be like Scary Terry making those contested catches on the outside and Jaden Daniels being a premier throw over the football.
But football, I'm going to say football is about timing. If you're able to throw Jaden Daniels off where he is all of a sudden, he's scrambling, moving out, that's when things break down, which could lead to magic for the Commanders. But more than likely, if he's scrambling like that, that breaks down the route. And all of a sudden, he's breaking off his route, trying to figure out where he can go.
He still got sacked 3 times last week. And I know the Giants have 2 things going for him. One is Malik Neighbors. The other's that defensive line is really good. But they don't have anybody like Micah Parsons, and I think that the Packers have a pretty comparable front four when you figure how good Micah is and the attention that he requires. And defensively, I'm not quite sure what to make defensively of Washington. They played well last week against the Giants.
Anyone could play
who
well
stink
with Russell Wilson as quarterback at this point in his career.
Well, not even Russell Wilson. That offensive line is bad. Like Russell was running for his life.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into it, but they're like, let's have Jackson Dart go out there. Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you just sacrifice your young quarterback
it's
of
so
any sort of
stupid.
fundamentals that he has because he's constantly running for his life? So it's hard to get a read on exactly what the Washington Commander defense is after one game and the team in which they played. But I think that the Packers are going to be able to take advantage of to me, they don't have the difference makers or playmakers the way that Detroit did, and the Packers offense did not have any issues with that. Now, again, the injuries on the offensive line are concerning. You know, how is Kennard going to hold up at right tackle, I think, is the biggest question. I have the ultimate faith in Jordan Morgan, but it's that right tackle position. If that holds up well for the Packers, no, they shouldn't have any problem on the offensive side of the football.
Do you pinch yourself just looking around, seeing all the number 1 jerseys and like
there's a lot.
There's a lot of them, and then just like even though it's week 2, like it's crazy. Micah Parsons is a Green Bay Packer.
So on the way up here, I jumped on with Freddie and Harry on the ESPN radio network. And for those who don't know, Freddie Coleman is a Cowboys fan. So I just checked in with him to see if he had a direct line to Jerry Jones, just so we could say thank you. Thank you, Jerry, for making Micah Parsons available so we could get Micah Parsons. Because it is unbelievable just the difference one player makes. I know, you had Goody up there. Well, you're never just one player away. Well, after watching this team after 1 week, you sure about that? The difference that Micah made in the energy in the team and the energy in the crowd last week at Lambeau, I don't think that's going anywhere. The Milwaukee
They're like,
crowd,
let us break the huddle.
They're going to be
The
just as excited,
defense was.
to see number 1 out there on the field today.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get this energy